I think I'm live. It's saying an error occurred. What is going on? It's saying I'm live, but it's saying an error occurred. I'm going to try refreshing this page and see what happens. Okay, I should be live. Is anyone here? Let me know if you can see and hear me. I imagine you should be able to, but it was giving me a message saying an error occurred. I switched to low latency, which I think is supposed to mean that there's less of a hi Artie, finally somebody's here. I switched to low latency, which I think means that there's going to be less of a lag, so I should be able to see your messages sooner, but we'll see. I think that's how Lee told me it worked. Hi, Random Squad. Let me, I forgot about the music almost. I had it, I've got Winamp on, I just didn't, skip the intro. Let me know if this is too loud. It's been a little while. I don't know if the settings are all correct. The stream was janking. She had to restart. Ugh. My speakers are all barricaded. I gotta turn it down on my end if nothing else. It's Cybercat art stream without Cybercats. Yeah, pretty much. Hi, Special Iron. I guess I'll wait like a few minutes for people to start. Hi, Sticks. I'll wait a little bit for people to start coming in. Let me pop out this chat so I can look at it over here. If people ever live on the moon, there will be conspiracy theorists there claiming that people never lived on Earth. Could be. So, let's see. I guess I'll show you guys the, reference images I used. Here's the one for the... Can you see that? Oops, let me... There we go, I can see myself live now. Here's the one I used for the top one. The top... Whoops, damn it. Let me... get all these. I'll do away with that too. I don't know if I'm gonna keep that black. What did I miss? Oh, that one. Okay, where to go again? Yeah, so here's a reference image I used for the that top panel. So, yeah. I don't know how accurate I'm going to be with the coloring. I guess fairly accurate. But, you know, I'll make it my own somewhat. I kind of already have. I've simplified a lot of it. And for this bottom one, I actually, I couldn't find an image that would work as a reference, so I created one using, an AI art generator. So, and here's the original. So, I just like put in the box, you know, people drilling on the moon or something like that, and it got confused and put the moon up here, but, you know, it still gave me a good... Sol, shut up! It still gave me a good, you know, kind of guide to work off of. So you can't tell what either of these machines are supposed to be, I don't think, but... I mean, that's fine. I guess it's supposed to be futuristic. So, maybe you wouldn't recognize something from the future, you know? You wouldn't be able to look at it and immediately know what it does, maybe? I don't know. Whatever. Move these over here so only I can see them. Probably only going to work on the top panel today, but we'll see. Oh, hi Moonbeam. You shut up while I was talking about the moon. I accidentally saw one on Twitter claiming that moonlight is a lie by showing a picture of a rock that was reflecting light. Yeah. Music cut out. What happened there? Huh. That's interesting. I never had that happen. What is going on, Winamp? I'm just closing it and reopening it. Oh, I somehow turned the volume all the way down. I don't know how the hell I did that. Okay, well again, I'm having to turn it back up, so let me know if it's too loud. I don't know why. I don't know why, I guess I scrolled the wheel on my mouse and for some reason Winamp? It affected Winamp? That's stupid. Hi Tiresias. Just checked my notifications and it's mostly Lee's gameplay videos. I'm not complaining. From what I gather, he's gradually gearing up to start his new show and keeping my eyes open, yeah. Da moon. Winamp just gave up. Yeah, kinda. That's a good level. Do you mean the Infestor's Quest, or? Hi, Hershey. Oh yeah, when I was in the middle of talking there, Soul was just crying for no reason. He'll do that. He'll just go into an empty room and be like, "Mah!" I'm just like, shut the fuck up. What do you mean, no music volume? Oh, the music volume. Good level of music. Got it, okay. Sorry, it's hard to... jumping back and forth between different comments and stuff. Welcome to Creddy TV. Hi, Isaac. Sounds very goth. Yeah, I think there is less of a lag with the chat now. That's interesting. Oh yeah, you got ducks. Yeah, we get some ducks here too sometimes. I haven't seen them in a little while, but I saw them like kind of recently, so they're probably around somewhere, just not in our exact area. Ducks are adorable. Okay, I guess I better stop procrastinating and work on this. Oh yeah, here's the thing I did. The frame, the frame around this panel, I did that in Photoshop. So, figured it'd look better that way, so I just kind of like drew around where the frame would be originally. Tell the ducks I said hi. I meant to mention my daughter told me that they've been hanging around for several weeks. How have I never known? She calls them quackers and cheese. That's cute. Oh, who's narrating? It's Falcor, actually. He barked at a character when I was playing Hitman 2. That's so cute. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't feel the need to make these... here, I'll show you guys the reference image again. I don't feel the need to make these buildings especially colorful. Maybe the ones in the foreground. Somewhat. I'm gonna have that say something other than Nissan, but I haven't decided what yet. There are little pops of color, though, so I don't know. It is a comic book. I don't want it overly realistic, so... Move these. Oops. I think I'm gonna go ahead and put all the buildings on the same layer. Just see how that goes. Had a slight brain fart when you said Falcor. It took me a second to remember. Oh, that Falcor. Yeah. Are we going to drill on the moon with luck? I gave Sophia a new nickname, Soap, because it smells like she needs it sometimes. Oh. Yeah, dogs can get a little stinky if you don't bathe them for a while. So how am I going to do this? I could select the sky. Inverse. You hear that a lot when playing Fester's Quest. Okay, let's switch this to multiply. I have no idea what I'm doing. I haven't done anything like this in ages. So I think the next building's gonna be a bit more of a yellowy color. I maybe should have done this already. Just done all the basic colors, but I didn't know. I didn't know how much I had to save for this stream. So. Oh. What's happening? What's happening? I have the eraser selected. That's what's happening. God, I'm dumb. Okay, I want a smaller brush than that. I can always go back and tweak these colors if I don't like the way they turn out. I think the next one will be gray, but maybe I'll make it kind of a cooler gray. Like, I don't want them all the same color, but there's gonna be only so much color variation, right? So I did it again. Oh my god. I mean, sometimes buildings can be colorful, but I think more often than not, they're probably just going to be gray and white and those kind of colors and just like little pops of color on them. I think this is looking pretty good. I hope so anyway. I have no idea what I'm doing. think I'll go with another warm color. Kind of similar to that, but like... add a little more pink to it, maybe. I did it again. I'm doing it literally every time. God damn. Actually, that should... Not that this has to be totally accurate, but it's a little more white on the original. I think I'll go with that. I think I like that better than what I have. There we go. I'll have to go back and delete some of this in a minute. There we go. Every time I'm streaming and this the Abadox music comes up, I think about how, oh yeah, I haven't worked on that Abadox project in a while. I will one of these days. I haven't, I have not given up on it, by a long shot. I just got kind of burned out for a while, and plus I wanted to work on Cybercat, so I'm sure at some point I'll want to take a break from Cybercats and I'll go back to Abadox. Oh. And I think this building is all one color, and it's kind of like a slightly cool gray. Of course I am gonna add shading, so this is just kind of base colors. This is not the best way to do this, so hopefully I'm not missing any areas. Excuse me. Okay, I'm almost done here, and then I'm gonna... Tara, what are you doing? It's Tara, isn't it? Yeah. Tara's looking out the window. I don't remember if I told Lee I was streaming or not. Well, I know I mentioned I was streaming. I don't remember if I mentioned the time, so he may very well come down here and just start talking to me. Yeah, let me just finish up this side of the buildings, and then I will get caught up on the chat. This really isn't taking that long. Okay, let me just kind of glance at this really quick. Yeah, I think it looks okay. I gotta do a little bit of erasing here. Okay. Not bad, I mean, for a start and everything. I don't like how plain this looks, because in the original picture, at least this is how I interpret it, this is all glass, and you're just seeing like all kinds of stuff inside, and you're seeing stuff from the street reflected, and it looks all busy and stuff, but on my version, you just see the sky, so... I'm actually thinking of taking these buildings and reflecting them on these buildings' windows and vice versa, so I don't know if I'll do that, but I'm thinking about it. That'll be something I do like at the very end. Oh yeah, let me... It doesn't matter if this is neat, but it's bothering me a little bit. Here, I'll keep it zoomed in a little bit since that's what I was working on. Okay. Now to figure out where I left off at. There we are. Oops, why do I have that open? Oh, I see what I did. Okay, never mind. Don't worry about it. My own names for them were Jemima the Second and Jacob Quacker. I remember you saying that in the thing. I need a bigger music selection. I know, I play the same shit every time. I'm thinking of adding some more stuff to it. Now that I've taken some time away from Panzer Dragoon Saga, I think I might add that music, that soundtrack to the music selection. And I'm kind of in the mood, I've been in the mood for Golden Axe lately, so Golden Axe soundtrack would be good too. The chicken is salted and deposited in the fridge. That's all the cooking I'm doing today. She'll get baked tomorrow. Nice. Yeah, it's nice to do meal prep like a day ahead, and then, you know, you have it all ready the next day. I say the second because we had a duck living in our garden when I was very little. My parents named her Jemima. That's cute. That's a good duck name. I don't know why, but... Back Aldina Nights? What? Something about one the Dina War game? I have no idea what we're talking about, Sticks. I should probably be thankful that I never did play Fester's Quest. From what I saw, you need a joypad with a turbo fire just to stand an actual chance. Yup, I 100% used a joystick with rapid fire to play that game. Ducks go, the circle of my life is now complete. Did you know that in Silent Hill 2, if you get the dog ending and play the game again and put in the code start L2 square and L3... Do you know if you get the dog ending and play the game again and put in the code? I mean, what happens if you do all that? I don't know if I'm misreading it. Say no to AI. I think the way I used AI here is a good example of using it in a reasonable way. Like, I didn't even really use the picture that I created. I just used it as a guide, and I drew my own. So I don't think it's that different from... In this case, I'm not saying AI is always okay, but I don't think it's too different from, you know, downloading this from Google and drawing this from it. I am so spicy that even jalapeno peppers back down for me. I told Sophia one of my famous puns, and she made a groan noise and walked out of the room. That's so funny. Yeah, my cats always act like they're reacting to things we're saying. It's so funny. I have it, Dina, just make them all the same shade of gray. That way you can argue they were constructed from moon rock. Whatever. These two pictures might not even be the same time period exactly. Special iron sauce actually sounds pretty marketable. Maybe I should get in touch with Dragon's Den. Oh god, that made me think. I've been watching Sweet Tooth and that made me think of the special sauce they reference in that. You don't want them doing that to you, Special Iron. They have a Panzer Dragoon remake on Steam, apparently. Oh yeah, it's been up there for a while. It's the price has gone way down. I might actually get it. Poor Hershey, even your own dogs are critiquing your puns. Last week's show was insane. You mean my stream? Yeah, I know, I forgot to mention it. Yeah, I didn't stream the last couple weeks. 2 weeks ago, I was just not feeling it. I think it might have been PMS. I just woke up that day going like, I don't want to stream, just for no particular reason. Just wasn't in the mood. And then last week I wanted to stream, but I had a headache almost right after I got up. And it got worse, a little bit worse throughout the day, and I was like, I'm not going to be able to stream, so... That's why I didn't stream the last 2 weeks, anyone who doesn't follow me on Twitter. I have both cats over here. They're both under my work desk. Oh, they're so cute. Paint the town red. Saw the new trailer for Barbie yesterday. It was like it was made just for me. It does look cute. If you look carefully, you can almost see the Planet Express ship parked in the back. I could be an indie game developer. Well, I can do art. I can't do programming, so I can't make all of the game, unfortunately, but I could do the visual stuff. I will need a programmer at some point. It's always nice to have a surprise Lee show up. I wonder if it was going to be a blue sky or not, considering the city is on the moon. Well, no, the city isn't on the moon. This is Earth. This other image is just people drilling on the moon and terraforming it. There's like, they're not ready to start building cities on the moon yet. No, if it was on the moon, the sky would be, you know, black. Building a great drawing. Why are they called buildings if they are already built? Good question. I like that photo reference. Yeah, it's a pretty cool little picture. I like that, you know, there's a lot going on, but there are people kind of close up. I think that's why I picked it, because... You know, I'm more comfortable drawing a handful of people close up than a whole crowd. So even though I did have to draw this crowd, but they're so far away, I was able to like really simplify them. So this was just a good image to use, I think. If anyone in the chat has ever played Redfall, is it really that bad? I feel like I've heard of it. PDS soundtrack is nice to hear. Yeah, it is. One of my favorite soundtracks. Sorry about the Silent Hill 2 code. You get a mini map? Jemima was named after Jemima Puddle Duck, a character by Beatrix Potter, the author of Peter Rabbit. Oh, okay. I didn't get the reference. I just thought, I don't know. Just seemed to, the name seemed to suit a duck somehow. I don't get how people say cats are cold. Your cat is literally calling you mom every time they meow. You know, it was really cute when Sol was little. He really sounded like he was saying mama when he meowed. It was like, mama. It was so cute. I was so sad when he grew out of it, but it was adorable. They do sound a bit like they're saying mom when they meow. They're like, mom. I remember when my cat... Oh, sorry. Cat's on the brain. I remember when my chat icon was orange, but that was in the olden days. Yeah, it's a little weird seeing you in purple. This picture of the terraformed moon reminds me of the opening chapters to the first Red Dwarf novel, where Lister is stuck on the Saturn moon of Mimas, where you have jumping cars called hoppers. Oh, I vaguely remember that. Oh, the music is a little bit too loud? Okay, let me try to turn it down a tiny bit. Is that better? I thought maybe it seemed louder than it was before. In London, people parked wherever it was possible. In Paris, people parked even where it wasn't possible. On Mimas, people parked on top of the people who'd parked where it wasn't possible. Will Smith punches alien invader. Welcome to Earth. It's funny how Will Smith was into alien movies in the 90s. Oh, I did it again. God damn it. Here, now it's at 9. Let me know how that is. And let me fucking click off. There we go. Clicked off Winamp so that doesn't happen again. You laughed at my building pun, that counts. Yeah, and in that photo, a lot of the people are wearing thick coats, which is why I thought your picture looked wintry. Yeah. I think I'll maybe use Christmas colors in their clothing, but I haven't decided yet. We'll see, just see how it goes when I start coloring. I remember my mom looking out the window watching Jemima making quack quack noises, which I assume were for my benefit, but there's no knowing with my mom. Keep your hand away from that darn volume control. Tell me about it. Yeah, let me know if it's not loud enough now, because I've turned it down a bit since that last time. It's funny how Jeff Goldblum was in a movie about dinosaurs and another about aliens in the 90s. I love Christmas too. Welcome back, Hershey. Okay, yeah, let me just go back to coloring, I guess. Now I'm doing the other side of the street. Buildings on the other side of the street. Here comes Echo. Alien dinosaurs. I can imagine you as a nightclub DJ. Suddenly the music stops and we just hear your voice. Damn it, what the fuck's happening with the sound? I can totally imagine that. Something about the mention of alien dinosaurs got me the lovely Serene Echo soundtrack, yeah. Mention of alien dinosaurs for some reason reminded me of a book I'm reading. Let me, I was going to bring it up because I'm actually reading a PDF because it's out of print, but I guess I'll just tell you guys about it. It's from a guy who is a geologist, and he writes speculative fiction about how animals might evolve in the future, and his name is Dougal Dixon, and he wrote a book. Originally, he wrote a book called Afterman about how dinosaurs might evolve after humanity dies out or leaves or whatever. He wrote another book that I swear to God I just discovered. It came out like in the 90s, I think, but it was called Man After Man, and it was how humanity might evolve. And it involves like all this weird genetic engineering and shit, and it's really fucking bizarre. But I'm super into it. It's out of print, and the used copies, it's not even on Kindle or anything, and the used copies cost a fortune. But I was able to find where someone had uploaded a PDF of it. I'm thinking of playing Castlevania Bloodlines on its hardest difficulty. Someone hold me back. Oh god, good luck with that. Yeah, that was another thing that happened, a couple weeks ago, you know, when I woke up that day just feeling like I didn't want to stream, and I tried to, like, psych myself up by playing Castlevania Bloodlines a little bit, and that did not help. I couldn't even get through the last level of the game that I had played. So what color is this fucking building? It's just kind of a regular gray. Maybe I'll go with a warm gray for this one. Yeah, there we go. And there's other stuff I need to do, like this is a sign, and I didn't bother to figure out what it's going to look like. These are signs also, and there's a sign here, so at some point I'm going to have to go in and figure out what the hell I want in that space, but I haven't done that yet. I think this is basically the same color. I'll just keep that. I can always change my mind about that later. We have an alien dinosaur, Space Godzilla. Yes, he is a thing. His origin is really wild. Godzilla's cells ended up in space. Oh my god, that's awesome. The name Dougal Dixon made me think of Picard's Private Eye program. Oh god, what is that character's name? That book sounds neat. Yeah, it's really cool. It's kind of like, it's a combination, it's got like, you know, illustrations, and it's kind of a series of vignettes, like, you know, short stories told by the told from the perspective of various species and stuff. It's really interesting. I think I remember telling you guys about a show I saw ages ago on Animal Planet called The Future is Wild, that was speculative fiction about how animals might evolve after people died off or left to the planet, and Dougal Dixon was also involved in that. He was one of many people involved in it, I think, but if you're familiar at all with The Future is Wild, it's a similar concept. I have not seen The Future is Wild in ages. I gotta try to track that down. I did manage to find a YouTube video where someone kind of talked about it. The Future is Wild, that is, and talked about how a lot of the way animals evolve, and that is basically pretty possible. Then I came across another video where it's like, The Future is Wild is bullshit, and I'm like, I'm not gonna watch that one. Got outside the lines a little bit with the blue, but I don't know if I care enough to fix it. This is obviously not going to be, this comic isn't going to be in print. I plan on putting it online so people can read it that way, but there's not going to be like a zoom feature, so... Oh, I messed up a little bit. I didn't go all the way down with that line. People aren't going to be able to zoom in on the image like I'm doing now, is what I'm saying. Oops, damn it. It is 1:30. I have been, well, no, I've been streaming for about a little over half an hour. I was thinking I started at noon for a second, but no, that's not right. I only start on noon when I'm doing a monthly mega stream, and this is not that. So, what color should I make that? I guess I'll just make it the same color for now. Oh, no, that's not the same color. That's the same color. I keep meaning to make a video kind of advertising my Etsy store. I think I'll try to do that this weekend, maybe? Okay, what's the next color? What haven't I used in a while? I think I'll go ahead and... Well, I'm not going to use the exact color, but I think I'll use a similar color as that yellow. Oops, that's too far over. Oh, it's too far over because I made the line all crooked. Well, here's what we're gonna do. There we go. Maybe that'll do. Barely. There we go. Kind of messed up the lines there. I'm surprised I didn't fix that. I'll fix that another time. No, I'm not totally done with this side, but I think I'll get caught up on the chat real quick. Sophia hates baths so much that she starts to whine and begs for her life while thrashing water everywhere. Yeah, Cujo hated baths too. As in my old dog Cujo. I remember a comedian speculating how we might evolve in the future and concluded that we just have better, more adaptable thumbs for pressing the buttons on our remote controls and joypads. I've heard that kind of thing before. I vaguely remember an episode of Voyager where they met a species who'd evolved from dinosaurs who traveled into space. Somehow I forget the details. Yeah, I've heard of that too. Dixon Hill, there you go. The first thing I always remember is Dr. Crusher swallowing the gum someone gives her. Is that the book you tweeted the cover of? Yeah, that's the one. Let me see. See, I don't want to show my desktop. But let me see if, like, maybe if I can find it over here. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, it was, I have it as a PDF. I don't see PDF in my tray, though. That's annoying. There we go. Here's my desktop. And what is it? Yeah, it starts with a number 3 for some reason. Oh, it remembered where I left off at. Neat. But yeah, like... here's the cover. Apparently, both of these creatures evolved from humans somehow. So, I'm not going to spend too much time on this. Here's like a quick demonstration of how genetic engineering works, at least according to this book. Yeah, here's a sea creature. This person evolved from humans, but it was genetically engineered. I guess I can't say it evolved if it was genetically engineered, but yeah, that's the kind of shit that's in this book. It's nuts. These were also genetically engineered from humans. They live in space. They're called vacuumorphs. Anyway, yeah. So I foolishly watched older Angry Joe episodes, and one episode had him get mad at something that was his fault and gave the game a bad score because of it. That sounds about right. I now watch Dominic Noble like crazy. He is funny. Yeah, he's a good YouTuber. I wasn't joking, by the way. Meowing literally means mom. Cats normally stop using it, but use it for their owners because we are pretty much their parent. That's true, yeah. $20 to 1 that the person who wrote the future is wild as bullshit. Comment is a flat earther. I don't know about that. Oh, I thought I was gonna sneeze, but I lost it. Music sounds like the Alan Parsons Project. Sneeze came back for a second, then it went away. God damn it. I always like this too. The very first level, right after Echo leaves home bay, I think he even encounters the first tuxedo dolphin here. Not sure which one you were referring to, because I'm a little bit late reading the comment. And this tune is both the Undercaves music and the Past Asteroid Doesn't Like You music. Yeah, I do really like the Undercaves music. Sophia's afraid of frogs, mostly the jump. I've seen one theory we'd end up with big anime-like eyes. Whoops, where'd I... lost track of it. Saw something at the corner of my eye that's... distracted me. Big anime-like eyes, because we are staying up at night when early man hid and slept to avoid night predators. Oh yeah, I think I've heard that one too. Oh, hi, Flash. Okay, the first thing I see when I click on the stream is naked people. Yeah, that was maybe not the best. I was talking about a book I was reading. They look cute. They have cute hands for hugging. Oh, the vacuumorphs. They are weirdly cute. I kind of like this picture. Oh my god, that reminds me of another episode of Voyager, a much maligned one where Tom Paris and Janeway, I already know what you're gonna say, start evolving rapidly, and apparently we will eventually evolve into swamp lizards. Yep, and they had little lizard babies that we never saw again. I've never actually watched it, but I watch so many videos about Star Trek. That one always seems to come up. That guy might be nuttier than a payday bar. The whole episode completely misses the mark on how evolution works, yeah. I've been desperately trying not to melt into a puddle. My fan's been getting a workout the past few days. Ah. Yeah, you guys don't really have air conditioning, do you, in the UK? I think I heard that from the Across the Pond guy, or Lost in the Pond guy, mentioned that. None of the episodes make any sense in a sci-fi sense. They apparently had kids that they just left behind in the swamp, yeah. And the evolution was curable. How have I been? I've been alright, all things considered. The vacuum morph sort of reminds me of the space tortoises and oxygen not included. Oh yeah. Okay, Hershey, thanks for stopping by. The show did have a powerful reset button, yeah. Generally, air conditioning usually involves something innovative like opening the window. Yeah, we would die here if we did that, because it gets up to like the 90s or 100s. At least here in California. Okay, so I think I want a slightly browner color for this next part, or... yeah. Slightly, actually kind of like this color, but maybe a little more so. That's a little too light. Oh, that's more like it. I forgot that buildings could be brown. I've been making them all gray. Excuse me. Nope, that's not gonna work. I did not draw these lines straight enough. So let me turn this up a little bit. There. On my end. Only in public places, houses don't typically come with air conditioning. Oh yeah, I guess it makes sense that you'd have them in like big buildings and stuff. Doesn't really get hot enough, only for like a few weeks a year, and then it goes back to lukewarm. That sounds nice. I wish it was like that here. Most shops do have air conditioning, they just don't work half the time. The big eye evolution thing, I can believe. Ever seen a tarsier? It's a monkey with huge eyes. Yeah, I've seen them. I often sarcastically think, have you never heard of a fan, when I see an American living in the UK complaining about the lack of air conditioning? It is not the same. Little battery hand fans tend to be popular during the summer. Ah. Shit, in my office, they blast the air conditioning all year round. I don't know why. I noticed it was really cold there in the summer when I started. Well, technically I started in the spring, but, you know, during hotter months, I noticed it was really cold in the building, and I asked someone, so is it really warm in the winter? Do they, like, also overcompensate with the heating? And she's like, no, it's actually colder in the winter. And I'm like, what? Why do we need air conditioning in the fucking winter? I probably didn't say that exactly, but I was thinking it. This is going to be like a tunnel. If it looks weird, that's why. Okay. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. I know this is the level with the pterodactyl because I remember noticing that when its mouth moves, it's like in time with the music, so it almost sounds like it almost looks like it's making the music. That was dumb. Dumb thing to notice, but... Your video favorite Hellraiser film just appeared in my YouTube suggested video. Oh, Hellworld, of course. Yeah, that was certainly a movie. The UK has a king now. I'm so used to the Queen. It doesn't feel that she's dead yet, and I'm American. That's true. They do have a king now, don't they? I'm not very invested in that whole thing, but I have a little fan that plugs into my laptop, but I broke it earlier today, as in one of the supports, not the fan itself. I don't know if it'll screw back on yet. Sub-Zero works there. I have to run AC all winter long at my place. The heating is a sauna even with all the radiators turned off. That's nuts. Bodies of those background people kind of look like teeth. Do they? Oh, I guess I sort of see it, yeah. So far, a good deal of the coloring on this stream is a lot similar to that nervous system level from your Abadox art. As in, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Speaking of temperature, the engineering for a spacecraft is insane. You need something that can stand being cooked on the side facing the sun and frozen on the side facing away at the same time. That makes sense. Hi, Madam Glitch. Did you hear about the new Mortal Kombat game? Oh yeah, I did. I'm not gonna play it. I'm not really into fighting games anymore. Oh, as in there's a lot of gray, right? Is this a city for cybercats then? Yeah, it's like showing what humanity was like before everything went to hell and cats took over. Mortal 1 combat, is that what the logo looks like? Ooh, sorry. I intentionally drank something with caffeine in it so I'd have more energy, and here I am yawning. I don't know what to do with this spot. It's like it's two signs. This one is black, this one is red. I guess it doesn't matter what I do here. I'm trying to interpret what the hell's going on with this building. Like, clearly there's a sign here and a sign here, but like... that kind of looks like Windows, maybe, but I didn't make it Windows originally, so I'm not sure what to do with that. I guess I'll just, you know what? I guess I'll have it be the side of this building. That makes sense. Actually, no, it doesn't, because what would this sign be attached to? Crap. I'll just use a random color like I have been with everything else, and... it looks weird that there's no windows, though. Oh well. I haven't used a cool gray in a while. I guess I'll go with that for this one. Kind of shows what it was like before humanity went to hell and cats took over. Dina 2023. Cats took over. I thought they already ruled Earth. We certainly let them dominate a good portion of our own lives. If you ever doubt your art skills, remember someone drew 2 male lions going into Noah's Ark. That's so funny. That is such a funny image. I actually thought you were going to mention Rob Liefeld. If you ever doubt your art skills, just think about Rob Liefeld. I'll just go ahead and make this dark gray for now. I feel like I'm probably eventually going to make it entirely black at some point, but... Oops, I just noticed a little mistake. And this sign is mostly red, so I'll just go ahead and make it red. Kind of a dark red, maybe. I don't think I want it too vivid. There we go. That might stand out too much, come to think of it, but let me just go ahead and do this. I mean, there's probably going to be some red up here too, and there's going to be some red over here once I figure out. Oops, I didn't color that in. Well, I was going to say once I figure out what word I'm going to put in here. On the original one it says Nissan, but I'm going to go with something else. Nope. There we go. I think that's looking pretty good. Then, who knows? That red might be okay. Maybe if I have some of the people wearing red, it'll kind of balance it out. It's amazing how many Noah's artworks show that. Really? I remember seeing one that was kind of making the rounds on Twitter. Noah says gay rights. How's the renaming of the Etsy store going? Yeah, I still haven't really. I'm probably just gonna go with like Cyborcat graphics or something like that. It just kind of makes sense to go with that since that's the name I use everywhere else on the internet. I can still use my name for using... I can still use my idea for using liquid metal for the aesthetic. At this point I have to wonder, do the artists not know, or are they doing it on purpose to troll the church? Good question. I kind of like... You can make some really dumb mistakes if you're just not thinking about what you're doing, so it could be that someone told the artist draw 2 lions and they just went, okay, and they drew 2 lions and didn't think about it. But who knows? What's going on here? Oh, when I zoom in, it looks fine. Her leg looked weird. Yeah, it creates like a weird little line there when I zoom out. I don't know what that's all about, but whatever. And when I zoom out more, I don't see it, so... There's so much wrong with that story. One of my favorites is, and then the two kangaroos hopped and swam all the way to Australia, carrying the bones of their dead all the way there. The world said that the rainbow is the LGBT symbol now, but the Brits went, nah mate, we say the NHS. I like to ask what color the sky was before the arc, as light diffraction apparently didn't exist until afterwards. Again, we can thank Atheist Girl for a lot of this stuff. Yeah, and she was probably where I saw it. I think I've seen it other places too, though. Noah's Ark wouldn't have happened if it was set in the UK. 40 Days and Nights of Rain is just another Tuesday for us. Cyborg art. Oh my god. Okay, Moonbeam, thanks for stopping by. We have had a bit of a rainy spring. We're supposedly getting a bit of heat wave coming. Though, yeah. We had a surprising amount of rain for California, but yeah, it's switched to being hot now. It's not a Dina stream without her sprays. I know. Unfortunately, my throat gets sore really easily. Okay, well, I guess I ought to add some shading to all this, right? I might also do an effect where, because like, you know how it tends to get lighter towards the horizon? I might do an effect where it's... And I kind of did that with the street, you know, so the street is dark here and it gets lighter. Probably not light enough, actually. I'll probably redo it, but... I might do an effect where I have the buildings get lighter towards the horizon. They said they originally... We're going to say the Fluid Den to fit with your theme suggestion, but I thought it didn't have the same ring to it. Yeah. Yeah, I originally called my Etsy shop Dina's Print Shop because what I was originally going to do was use it to sell a bunch of extra prints I made for conventions that never got sold. And I just never got around to doing that, and my Etsy shop sat around unused for a long time, and then I discovered Fluid Art, and so now I'm using it for that. But Dina's Print Shop doesn't really work for that, so I wanted to change the name. Again, I almost tried to use my own mouse to scroll down your pic to see the moonshot. Here you go. I'm not totally in love with how the Earth looks. The colors look maybe a little too bright, but I'll, you know, I can always mess with that later. They're really good. Thank you. I've sold one. I've sold exactly one. I hope to sound... Fluid Dead sounds wrong. It does sound a little weird. Yeah, I've sold one so far. I hope to sell more eventually. Unfortunately, I can't do any more paintings for a little while because we're getting ready to move, and so I decided to go ahead and pack all that up. So I won't be doing any new ones for a little while, but I do still have plenty in my store if anybody wants to buy any. It's a lovely moon, thank you. Africa, very prominent on that globe. Yeah, I don't know if I made it too big or whatever, but whatever. I think it's so neat when you're, like, when you see a picture of someone from the moon and you could see the Earth in the sky, it's like it's switched from what you're used to. Usually you're on Earth and you see the moon in the sky. I don't know, I just think it's neat. I just think they're neat. Oh, are you actually moving then? Are you actually going to Washington, or are you keeping local? Oh no, it's local. I'll try to move a little closer to my workplace. I'll just say that we're not moving under the best conditions and leave it at that. Yeah, I haven't decided what to do with this black yet. It's, Here, I'll show you guys what, because some of you came in late, so I'll show you what the whole thing looks like with the text and everything. I wanted the effect of, like, because the guy who wrote the script for this, he originally had, like, an animated series in mind, and that obviously didn't happen, so I'm just using that script for this comic. So, but yeah, I think the idea was that, you know, it was going to be, the screen was going to be black and you would hear narration over it, and then it would fade to an image of a city. And, you know, so I'm trying to get that effect with this. But I don't know if I like this black. I mean, it looks, I think just something about this transition I don't like. I can't put my finger on why. I might do kind of a dithering effect so it kind of mimics the stars a little bit, maybe? I don't know. But that's going to be one of those things I figure out at the very end. You always see the Earth low down near the horizon in all works of fiction because of the moon landing footage. Oh, I hadn't thought of that. Hopefully you have a better landlord this time. Yeah, tell me about it. Two characters in Gundam Wing talked about the tragedy that in order to enjoy the beauty of the moon or the Earth, you have to not be on one to look at it. Oh yeah, makes sense. I had a small idea about how about the black be a close of the road with the zebra crossing? What? A single foot walking? I'm not sure what you mean. On an Earth a long time ago, these lanky bipedal creatures known as humans walked the Earth. Now, it is us cybercats. Oh, I see what you mean, a close-up. I mean, I'm not going to redraw it at this point, so... As in, like, the black is a close-up of the road? I'm still not sure exactly what you're envisioning. Just thought I'd make sure all the buildings are on the same layer. You never fucking know. Yeah, like I said, I guess I ought to shade these, and like I said, I guess maybe I'll do that effect later where they're getting lighter towards the horizon. Out of curiosity, did the Cybercats evolve so they can no longer see in the dark? I'm pretty sure they still can. I always draw them with their eyes glowing, so... Okay. So, I guess the first thing I ought to do is just some simple shading, like... Like, add some shading to the sides of the buildings, because they would be darker. Since I'm doing this side, I guess I'll go ahead and... God damn, that's some sloppy line work there. I only just noticed that. I tried to, you know, as soon as when I first scanned this, I tried to clean up all the line work as best I could, but there's so much going on in this picture, I missed some things, obviously. Do 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 do. Do I want that? I probably want a smaller brush for this. I'm just using my mouse, by the way. I tend to use my mouse whenever I'm just doing, like, straight lines. I probably want that even darker, actually. I want it way darker inside there. I don't know if that's perfect, but it's good enough, I think. And I can't see the sides of... Well, wait a minute. I forgot about this part. This little cube up here. Nope. I forgot. I don't want a softer brush. Oops, well, it would help if you actually made it darker, stupid. I guess that works. My eyes keep itching. That's not helping anybody. I'm gonna miss not being able to do fluid art for a while. I was like systematically doing it every Friday night and Saturday night. I would do a painting each of those nights, and I looked forward to it all week. Once we find a new place, of course, I can get back into it, but... Oops, I just realized there was a... I forgot to erase these people. For some reason, this one is darker on this side, so we'll just go with that. I didn't intend to use the colors from the reference image quite as much as I am, but I am exaggerating them a little, so it's not like it's exact or anything. It's probably a little, my version's probably a little more colorful. Saturated, etc. Oh, damn it. Off topic, but has anyone else been watching Sweet Tooth? I'm super into that show. It's on Netflix. Now over here, there's a ton of light, and it's actually kind of washed out. guess I'll go ahead and... Okay. How is this looking? Pretty good, I think. Oh. Alright, let me get caught up on the chat. How about you make the black area... He means, how about you make the black area at the top a close-up of the zebra crossing, maybe with a foot stepping on it? I'm still not sure what you mean, zebra crossing. The top empty space could just be a close-up of the road. Oh, I see. So the lower picture is a zoom out. I see, I see. Okay, I see what you're saying now. Yeah, no, my issue with it isn't that it's black. I just, that it's plain black. Like, I think that looks fine. It's just the way it fades out. I don't know if I like this effect. And I don't know why it's bothering me. So, that doesn't help. Doesn't help that I don't know why I don't think it looks good. But, again, that's something to, that's just like a fussy thing I can mess with later. Get most of this coloring out of the way. Special Iron types so fast his brain can't tell him that he spelled something wrong in time. If I remember right from what I saw from your concept art, the human survivors left the ruined Earth in spaceships. Yep. Do they ever return in the future when the Cybercats are alive? I don't know, actually. That was an idea that my writer had, that maybe someday they could come back and I'm not sure if they would look the way we would expect people to look, or if they would have evolved on their own somehow. But yeah, that might have been an interesting thing to do. I think an idea he had was that, like, they would be like the ultimate bad guys, and the Cybercats and the Technocats would have to team up to fight them. But yeah, it's not something we really talked about a whole lot. It was just a possible idea. It's a 45-year-old brain. Give it some slack. I hear that. Maybe try one of your spare heads. Why can't you do painting anymore? You answered me as soon as I asked it. Yeah, that's the downside to this format. I imagine it is going to be tough not being able to do your painting, as it's a hobby you still only recently got into. Yeah. Yeah, and it's really relaxing and fun, too. Sometimes it can be stressful if they don't turn out the way I want them to, because I'm still learning, but yeah, I've been really enjoying doing it. I've gotten into Tomb Raider again recently myself. Oh god, you know, I actually went back and... I don't know what got me thinking about it, but I went back and watched that one Tomb Raider 2 stream I did, and it was making me mad just watching myself play it. That game gets hard so fast. Like, the end of the first level is just, like, total bullshit. Knuckles the Echidna. It does look like you were trying to spell Echidna. Good old British Knuckles. By the way, is anyone else here? It seems to be just me and Flash again. Oh yeah! You're right, everyone else did kind of leave. Or appeared to, or at least hasn't posted in a while. A zebra crossing is what we call a white striped crossing across the road in the UK. Okay, that's why I was confused, because I'd never heard it called zebra crossing before. That must be a UK thing. That's why I was so confused. I'm like, what does zebras have to do with this? Okay, yeah. That's why I was lost. We're at that point in the stream where it's just me and Special Iron talking, yep. Well, I'm pretty sure that if the humans did return, I think we all know they won't be swamp lizards. That'd be pretty funny, though. Get good at the controls, Dino. Oh my god. That one guy. At least we got to lock Winston in the freezer. Yeah. I feel that. I stopped painting miniatures when we were into WFH pandemic. My table is now my workstation and we never left WFH, so no painting for me and all the paint's dried out. Oh, that's a bummer. It's okay, it's just one of those, you know, cultural things. Yeah, part of the reason I stopped when I did was because I'd run out of Floetrol anyway, and I had, I switched to using, I don't know how many of you even know what I'm talking about, but Floetrol is the stuff you mix with the paint to get it all liquidy. And you can also use Elmer's glue, which is what I switched to after I ran out of Floetrol for a while. But I also ran out of paper cups, so at that point it's like, okay, I'm out of like almost everything I need. It's either buy more of everything, buy more of that stuff and only use it for a couple more weeks, or just like stop painting a couple weeks early. So there it is. I minimized my my Streamlabs for some reason. I don't know why I did that. Tomb Raider is my childhood series. I always come back to it. Custom levels, huh? I still like to imagine Laura showing people around the house while casually commenting that I used to set myself on fire just so I could jump in the pool. This is the head of a T-Rex that I killed. Wait, did you just say T-Rex? Yes, and? Did they announce a new Tomb Raider game? I hadn't heard about that, but I don't pay that much attention. I remember rewatching that stream, and I also love the bit where you swan dived off the balcony. The music seemed to fit it perfectly. Yeah, that's my favorite way to end that practice level. I swan dive off the balcony and kill myself. I had a lot of fun with the reboot trilogy, and not just because of the hair physics. Let's see, what can I do? What else can I do with these buildings? Just general shading and highlights, I think, would be good. I lost my image. Where'd it go? There it is. Reference image. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Yeah, what I think I'm going to do now is just kind of go through and just kind of add some... Actually, that's the side of the building. I only want it darker. Add some shading and highlights. One thing I need to keep in mind is this image isn't going to be super big on the screen. It's probably going to be like... I don't know. I don't even know what kind of website I'm going to host this on yet. I don't want to just put these on DeviantArt. I want to make a website for them. For it. Maybe actually have... Ideally, I'd like to have like cybercats.com, and it would be like the first issue and maybe various like, you know, character sheets and stuff like that. I think that might be kind of cool. But that costs money, so I don't know if I'll do that, but maybe just like a WordPress site or something. I don't know. I haven't decided yet, but anyway, there's obviously going to be a limit to how big the images are going to be on the screen is what I was getting at. I think I'll make all of these darker at the bottom, and then I'll just kind of go from there. Do, 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 do. Actually, let me add a little bit of, oops, highlight to the top of that. Yeah, what I was trying to say is I don't need to get into I don't need to, like, make this super detailed because people aren't necessarily going to be zoomed all the way in like that when they look at it. So it's kind of good to just kind of step back and be like, oh, this is how it's going to look. I kind of messed up with that yellow. Ooh, am I going to be able to select this now? Ah, crap. Oh no, Tube of Medusa! This music gives me anxiety. I'm actually going to make that lighter at the top. That makes a little more sense. Yeah, that works. Oh. No, never mind. That's a different building. I was confusing that with that. Actually, I think I messed up while drawing this. I think I forgot to draw... Did I? Yeah, I forgot to draw the little... There should be another... Whatever, I'm not gonna worry about it. Well, it's a bummer that most people are gone. Most of the people here earlier were gone. That's kind of how it goes with these art streams, though. I think not too many people are, like, super into it. Which, you know, it is what it is, whatever. Does that look weird? What if I put a highlight like there? That makes it look a little bit metallic, maybe, but I don't know. I'll leave it for now. I'm contemplating if I should draw a line there. The top is going to be covered. It might work, but... I didn't want to go in and draw any lines in Photoshop, because... I'm not going to do that now, because I don't want to go onto a different layer and confuse myself. Trying to figure out how this shading should look. Oh, that was the wrong... I grabbed from the wrong spot there. That doesn't look right. Okay, no highlights there, I don't think. Oh, this building is big. Oh. Oops, I just realized something I messed up. I guess that's all right. Oop, I'm a little behind on the chat. Let me get caught up really quick. Why end on the balcony? You can corner bug up to the roof and dive off there. I don't think you can really get up to the roof on Tomb Raider 2. At least I don't remember being able to do that. I remember the April Fool's joke where a magazine claimed that there was a naked Laura cheat, admitted it the following month, and people were still writing in years later saying it wouldn't work. Yeah. Excuse me. That urban myth refused to go away. I've been watching one of my other streamers, Mimsy Mally, playing Angel of Darkness and God the Ragdoll in that game. It's like the physics break whenever something dies. That's funny. Ragdoll physics are fun. The cheat made Laura explode instead. I remember there was an exploding one. By the way, just to add to the confusion, we sometimes refer to traffic light crossings as pelican crossings? What the fuck? After all these years, I still have no idea why. Sounds very Monty Python-esque. The reboot games aren't bad, they just don't feel as Tomb Raider to me, and they're also very gory, which I don't get, as none of the previous games are like that. Yeah, it's weird when they, when the whole tone kind of changes like that. Looking at that comment above, I don't know why I capitalized God, I'm not religious. I have a tendency to not capitalize God either. A tube of Medusa music. I think that not being religious is a common theme among us, Flash. Yeah. Hi, Artie. Glad you're still around. It says that there are 6 watching, so there's 4 lurking right now. What did you forget to draw? Oh, like... So, if I can explain this. So, see how I have this... We'll call it a block. We have this block shape and this other one on top of it. Over here, I drew the bottom one, but not the top one. See what I mean? So, like, the line would go, like, right there. As long as it wasn't Godzilla's foot with Bambi's legs sticking out underneath. I love how you just named the layer black. Well, I mean, what else was I gonna call it? I have an idea. Do another version of this drawing where everyone appears to be playing Beat Saber. Oh my god. How about no? In other news, everyone's predictably pitting the Mario and Sonic movies against each other. The rivalry is back, guys. We saw the Mario movie a couple weeks ago. We acquired it and watched it at home. So I thought it was okay. I don't think I'm a big enough Mario fan to fully appreciate it. So I kind of get why. Granted, I didn't read the reviews. If the reviews were kind of lukewarm on it, I could see why. Then again, that would probably be a lot of decapitations in the background. This building is big. Well, okay, big on the page compared to the other ones. Because it's kind of at the corner, and so you see the one side of it here and then the other side here. I remember the old days in the 90s where the fan art sections were filled with lovely pictures of Sonic and Mario killing each other in graphic ways. You can get to the roof via glitches. I'm surprised you didn't know. I thought the corner bug is famous, but then again, I'm biased. Yeah, I don't think I knew about that. Or I forgot, maybe. Your typing probably doesn't help. Okay. Yeah, I gotta do this building. Bah. Oh, oops. That's darker than I wanted it. Now that's a little too subtle. I guess that'll do. I don't know. Whatever. I think I'll go ahead and use this color here too. I don't know if it's right, but whatever. It's not like people are going to be comparing this image to the other one anyway. Trying to decide exactly how much detail to put into this because I don't want to do too much. Don't think I like that. Because I can't do it for all the windows. Some of them have narrower frames than others, which isn't great, but whatever. It is what it is. I guess that works. I have to keep reminding myself I don't necessarily want too much detail. Because a lot lot of it will just not show, or it might look really busy or something. It just... There's plenty of line work already. Don't have my neck positioned in the best way. I'll just make that whole area dark, even though it doesn't really make sense. It's a little inconsistent, but whatever. That looks pretty good. Now the fan art is of Sonic and Mario kissing. Some people are so far down there that even Alice is wondering where the hell they went. It's no different than any other fandom. The Sonic ones are just louder voices for some reason. Perfectly good Sonic fan art and fan fiction does indeed exist, believe it or not. Yeah, that goes for probably anything. Oh, Sonami. I almost read that as sodomy for a second, and then I was like, sonomy? So what exactly happens on the moon? I remember something about a drilling. What am I looking at? There we go. Yeah, I'm still live. Just the chat disconnected. Weird. It doesn't look like there's anything I can do about it. Anyway, where was I on here? Oh yeah, the death count, Tomb Raider 2. That reminds me, I remember in the second film that Robotnik declared his intention to rule the universe and then the multiverse. I like that he seems to acknowledge other Sonic continuities. There we go, it's reconnected. Good. That was worrying me a little bit. It looks like all the messages went through, they just didn't load. Now they're all loading. Oh yeah, that trap gauntlet near the end of the level was a lot of BS. Yeah, that was brutal. It's Sodomy, a Sonic sodomy. I think we can just rest assured that sodomy is taking a place somewhere in the Sonic fandom. Yeah. Oh, you guys got lagging circles. So it's better now though, right? We crashed the stream with the Sonic rabbit hole. Okay, it's back just behind. Okay, good. Oh, hi Styx. I see you're back. How is the Twitch life? I don't go on Twitch. Stream, that's the word. I don't stream on Twitch. It's the re-arrival of Styx that froze the stream. That must have been what did it. I'm starting to wonder if maybe I made this sky a little too blue, so I might make it a little bit lighter, but I'm gonna wait until the end before I start messing with stuff like that, because you never know. Excuse me, jeez. It's almost 3. I'm not sure. Lately, I think I've been stopping at 3, but I think I'm going to keep going. See if I can make it until 4. This must be, Oh, this is Big Water. I was thinking this was Fish City. Guess I haven't played Echo 2 in a while. There we go. I just realized that could be a little darker. I don't know if that needed to be that dark, but for whatever reason, it just looked right to me. I wonder what the Zao come up with if you type Echo the Dolphin? I'm not sure what you're saying there. Yeah, it's better now, just the resolution is slightly lower. Well, that's annoying. What about the Twitch fans? I don't have any. No one ever showed up for my streams on Twitch. Even that has fixed itself now. That's good. Seems to be good. Okay, good. It's the whale tune, such a short level, but a strangely sweet one, yeah. Also, that trap gauntlet is nothing to me, but then again, I've faced worse in custom levels. I can whiz right through the Tomb Raiders if I want to. I've had basically my whole life to master them. I like it because the whale calls Echo his little cousin. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That's cute. I haven't played a Genesis game in maybe 15 years. Wow. Think of the Twitch fans waiting for more Rita Tickle. Right at Techo. That was fun revisiting that a few weeks ago. It came up on one of the Red Dwarf streams and I decided to just... Oh, I think I see another spot where I forgot to... think. Oh. Oh, I guess not. Okay, it's just really dark because it's small or whatever. Okay, whatever. Oops. I'll go ahead and do this. Hopefully I'm not making a mistake here. Oops, I missed one. Nope. Ah, well. Got confused and forgot what I was doing for a second there. Didn't do a very good job there. There we go. Go, sort of. There we go. Back to 100. Okay. Back to easier ones for a bit. I showed up. I was one of the few who did, though. It was a little awkward at times trying to keep the chat going by myself. Yeah. Yes, Dix, I know you were over there, too. I have more nostalgia for PC. Ah, you're a PC gamer. Conversation quota. Sonic, check. British Knuckles, check. UK versus US, check. Rita Tickle, check. All we need now are the Silent Hill, Red Dwarf, and food conversations. Already mentioned food at the very beginning. Part of me would really like that Mega Drive Mini, but it's ridiculously expensive. I don't care if it's digital now. Talk about money. For old rope. Any food, it's all delicious. Oh, food was already mentioned at the start. Yeah, Artie usually likes to cook while the stream is going on. Yep. Except black pudding and sprouts. They can get right lost. Hi, Taijan. Thank God somebody else showed up. Also unpopular opinion, but cheese can get lost as well. I can't stand it. I think I remember you saying that previously. I disagree. I think cheese is awesome. I love this tune. It's where you finally get your powers back and you're sent out to assault the Vortex base back at Lunar Bay, and the other dolphins are pitching in as well. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it has been a little while, hasn't it? I wasn't able to stream the last couple weekends. Echo the more like Echo the time traveling. What did I say? Echo the time traveling space dolphin? I can't remember what I said now. Oh well. YouTube streams are better anyway because they don't get deleted later. Yeah. This street scene is starting to look nicely colorful. Thank you. Yeah, I'd like to be able to watch some of the Twitch streams again. It is a shame they delete after a while. Yeah, apparently if you have a... What do they call it? If you have like a partnership or whatever, they leave them up, but... Maybe not partner. I don't remember. I don't remember all the Twitch terminology. I grew up with Genesis and Sega CD, but the games that I loved growing up were all old adventure games and strategies and RPGs in DOS and Windows. Wow. What have you missed? Mainly just me coloring this page. Here, I'll zoom out so you can see the whole thing. I haven't done them. Haven't gotten to the bottom panel yet. That's definitely not going to happen this week. And I already accidentally closed the reference image for the bottom panel, but here's the reference image for the top one. I remember me and my brother spent ages pitching our money together so we could get a Mega CD because we really wanted to play Sonic CD. Yeah, I never did play Sonic CD. It looked interesting though. Speaking of food, I went to Cosmos recently, which is an all-you-can-eat buffet style restaurant, and there was a sushi bar. I tried it, and apparently I like sushi now. Yeah, Lee discovered that recently. He tried sushi recently and discovered he liked it. I have never tried it. Oh, suddenly Batman. Soft-boiled sprouts. Interesting. Pride of Villain for the D&D cooking blog. Wild rice battlements on a place cooked with... on a plate, I think you mean. Cooked with carrots and seaweed, separating cooked and sauced mushrooms from asparagus from moist sauced chicken. Interesting. Do you have a blue check mark and a YouTube award? Nah. Do you mean a blue check mark on Twitter? Hell no. You have to pay for those things now. Echo the time-traveling alien fighting dolphin. That was probably it. According to the CGI films, gains anti-shark lasers. I forgot about the lasers. That was nuts. Dina interrupted herself with the Batman theme. Yeah, it caught me off guard a little bit. I hope I finished my thought. I don't even remember what I was talking about when that happened. The only other thing he used it on was the Vortex, so yeah. I've only ever had 2 Sega CD games, Sonic CD with a fantastic Japanese soundtrack and some driving game, which is basically Simon Says cartoon. Oh, I think I remember that one. It's like a driving game, but it's anime, right? What's this a drawing of? Well, like I said, mostly this image. Or do you mean what am I, like in general, what am I drawing? This is the first page of the Cybercats comic. No dry mouth, but sniffing. Where's the real Dina? Road Avenger, that sounds right. I also went to my first ever comedy club recently. I really enjoyed the comedians. I just didn't like the loud music, but I could luckily stand outside for that. Oh yeah, I actually saw Margaret Cho live once. I forgot all about that till just now. I think that's the only comedy stand-up comedy I've ever been to. Main target for the comedians that night as it sat right in their line of sight. Oh boy. I'm not sure if that's good or bad. I like how you described the bit where he fights the past asteroid and you said, no, you're not high. This just happened. I mean, that game is really fucking weird. Oh, sorry, you guys. Seems like I'm more tired than usual, but maybe not. I haven't streamed in 3 weeks, so maybe I'm just forgetting how tired I normally get. Excuse me again, wow. I have no idea how I'm gonna shade these. I don't think I'm gonna shade around every single window. I think I'm just gonna... I'll just make the structures darker at the bottom like I did with the last one. When will moon cats go to war with Inhumans? Oh my god. Ooh, that is bright. I love this continue screen music. It goes on for a really long time, too. Like, it's so much longer than it needs to be. Did I mess up and use the colors from the previous building? I feel like I might have done that. That would explain why that was so yellow. That's a little dark. Maybe if I just blend it better. I think that works. No, I don't need it that light. How about this color? I guess you can tell that's a tunnel. I'm not sure. softening these, some of these lines. Oh, I guess that's it for now. I'm not sure, since I don't know how to, I haven't decided how to decorate these signs yet, so I'm just gonna leave this building alone. And this building is all glass, so... That's looking pretty good. Let me get caught up on the chat really quick, and then maybe I'll mess around with that whole reflection thing I talked about. Actually, maybe I should hold off on that because I haven't decided if I like the color of the sky or not, so... Yeah, I'll hold off on that. I guess the buildings are done for now? Oh, I forgot about these. Hang on. See, I think I'll go with almost a sky color. So you can tell they're way far away. You know, I haven't used the pen once today. Did all this with the mouse. Yeah, my hand's still hurting a little. Not as much as it would be if I had been using the pen, though. Probably gonna want to blur the road in these buildings together, or the road and, yeah, these buildings together. At some point, but right now I'll just leave it. And also, I think... Yeah, that was weird. I guess that works. Oh, I think the buildings were probably the most time-consuming part of this, so I feel like... I don't want to jinx it. I feel like it's going to get easier now. Alright, let me get caught up on the chat. Oh, hi George, I just noticed you. There was also a version of Golden Axe. It was the console version, but with the arcade music. Yeah, that was an interesting thing about Golden Axe. I noticed every version of it was basically the Genesis one. Even on systems that could have handled the arcade version. They always had the graphics from the Genesis one. I didn't mind. I fully know that I maybe interacted with a lot of jokes were about me being young. Also, one of them asked if I've ever spooned anyone before, and I instinctually replied, my dog! Everyone awed at me. Oh, that's cute. We're at the part of the stream where Dina's bored of us. No. Trust me, it is not you guys. Let's do something not boring. What is the context? This is the first page of the Cybercat's comic. Here, I'll unhide the unhide all the hidden layers. So that's what it's. That's there it is. That's it with all the layers unhidden. So I've mainly just been. God, you know, when I zoom out, it doesn't look like very much. I've just been coloring all these buildings. I did the sky on my own, like previously before the stream. So, yeah. Man, I really spent fucking 2 hours on this? Oh well. I'll probably continue to work on this later, like I said. Here's the reference image, and it says Nissan. I'm probably gonna put something else there, and I could also, like, you know, like there's some text and logos and shit here that I could maybe put here, but I don't know, that might be overkill with the details. I think I was gonna say make a point or something, but I don't remember what it was now. Oh well. I've been reading this site where someone reads through The Dark Tower for the first time, summarizes it, and writes what she learns after each section. That's interesting. One of my favorite parts so far is, oh my god, they're going to feed Jack Andolini to the lobstrosities. Yep. That was a thing that happened. Yeah, some aspects of The Dark Tower didn't age well. I've had that brought to my attention on Twitter recently. Like they don't do a lot of, some of the stuff they do with Susanna isn't so great. Like there's a whole lot of racism, and she gets raped at some point, and yeah. Backfired on my aunt. She wanted my uncle to be noticed. Oh, she wanted my uncle to be oh, so then it was him and you instead of him. I thought I saw Tara, but I think it might have been my imagination. I think my Talith recipe thing got a lot of attention from the D&D people. I know the creator of the Realms got a kick out of that particular recipe. I highly recommend. It's fun reading her predictions, knowing how they'll play out. She's been pretty astute a lot of times. That's cool. You know what? I take that back. Susanna wasn't the one who got raped. Actually, she raped someone else. Or rather, her alternate personality did. That's a strange story. Anyway, yeah, there's still a lot in the Dark Tower series that didn't age super well. She dressed him up in a ridiculous outfit of a funny hat, big fake eyebrows and glasses, a massive tie announcing he's 40, and an inflatable walking stick. Wow. They turned Andolini into Data Chump. Jokes that only Dark Tower fans would get. Thank God more people have come in again. It was just me and Flash for a while. Oh, hi, Brandon. Makes a nice change from some of the other streams where all of my comments are being drowned by everyone else. That's fair. Yeah, the lobstrosities were great. Just the way they were described. They sounded so, like, unsettling. And Eddie commented later, when they were eating them, that he likes to think he's eating one of those ones that got Andolini. Part of me likes to think I'm eating that dink. That's funny. Oh, what do you want, phone? Probably about my Walmart order. Substitutions? God damn it. Okay, hang on. I gotta see what my Walmart substitutions are really quick. Okay, go away, honey. Nobody likes you. Let's see what my substitutions are. Only one item. Oh, it was the bread. Okay. I think that's better than the the kind I put on there anyway. Alright. That worked out. You never know what's gonna happen when you get substitutions in Walmart's website. Sometimes you end up with something better than what you wanted. But sometimes it's way worse. And you tell them you don't want it and they give it to you anyway. I mentioned it in a non-live comment that because there's now a 7-hour time difference for me, I'm usually asleep during streams. Woke up early enough today though. Ah, that's right, I remember you saying that. The video has popped up on my YouTube suggestions. Glee moments I will still be thinking about 60. Wow, Glee. I never watched it, but I've certainly heard things. This isn't the regular Windows setting Dina's an imposter. It's been a nice first effort. I'm looking forward to seeing how the people and cars turn out. Yeah, hopefully I'll get a lot more done next time. Doing the buildings was a little bit of a pain. It was very, it's very, I don't know. They have to be done in a very particular way. I think the other aspects of this will go faster. At least I hope so. I'll probably work on it a little bit off screen too, just to kind of maybe get some more of those like flat colors in, so I don't have to do that on stream. I think you've gone mad using the mouse. What this image is missing is Sonic sitting in the middle, wondering how he got there. Nice expansion. What computer or PC do you use, and is it 32 gigabytes because I'm on the hunt for an upgrade and I use Blender 3D? Oh, I actually don't know. Lee does all my computer stuff. Yeah, sorry, I can't really help with that. I know the software I use, I don't really know the hardware. That's kind of Lee's thing. Where am I? What year is it? Is the Rock president? Golden Axe on DOS was for sure not the Genesis version. Okay, well, I'll take your word on that. I know the Sega CD version was just the Genesis version with better music, I think, and also other later consoles. I don't know about PC though, so it looks pretty cool so far. Thank you. Dina being her own worst critic. I mean, that's a typical artist thing, isn't it? Man, did I really spend 2 hours on this Dina 2023? That does sound really bad out of context. I didn't mean that it looked bad just looking at it. You know, because like, I mean, it looks like a lot's been done, but keep in mind I did the sky previously, so really all I did was that. I could maybe draw the buildings, but not the people. See, I'm the opposite. Drawing the buildings is what was hard for me. It actually took me, like, I think probably 2 months to draw and ink this page. That includes both panels, but still. And this panel took most of that time, like a month and a half, and I did this panel in like a couple weeks, maybe. Granted, I only work on it on the weekends, so that helps. But, yeah. Remember, Dina, keep a copy wrapped in cellophane. Years from now, someone could offer you thousands for Cybercat's #1. Yeah. Sure. They are also called zebras in Russian. I can barely imitate Bob Ross. This is good work. Thank you. Well, that's why you can't judge. I mean, you can a little bit. Or at the very least, you can acknowledge that something aged badly. The Susanna rape, funny enough, was by the same demon who did the same to Roland. Yep, and that's how Mordred was his name. That's how he came to be. So that was a thing that happened. God, those books were bonkers. I'm learning some things about the Dark Tower. Yeah, this demon, yeah, it actually raped Roland, I think, and then Susanna raped the demon, and like his sperm went into her egg somehow through all that, and she gave birth to a kid that was, yeah. The kid was part demon, though. He turned into a giant spider. Like I keep saying, that story was weird. Yeah, I remember reading about that bit, and the reader said, what exactly is Roland doing while Susanna's busy being nailed by the demon? But Odetta did take control and own the situation. Yes, that's Stephen King for you. That's right. God, it's kind of goes both ways, doesn't it? It's been a while. It's been a very long time since I read any of those books. She does note that Stephen King is really not that good when it comes to writing sex scenes, not talking about that scene from It either. Really? I've never really had an opinion one way or the other on whether he was good or bad at writing sex scenes. No, not Walmart. Go away, honey. Nobody likes you, Dina 2023. I obviously meant the app, honey. Maybe that wasn't obvious. My uncle did get noticed, though, during the second interval. The guy went, right, I noticed you before, but seriously, what the fuck is going on, mate? That's pretty funny. Lee phoned ahead and canceled the chili, didn't he? Nah. I can't have chili Lees here. Also, there was a group of guys on Stag Do, bachelor party, all dressed as chefs that were just begging to be noticed. I didn't realize people did that at comedy clubs, like dressed in a really weird way so that the comedians would notice them. I think if I were a comedian, I would ignore them just on principle, like, you're trying too hard. King himself would agree. I read even James Herbert would jab at King by saying the rest of us are wondering when Stevie would discover sex. Interesting. I didn't know that it was like common knowledge that he wrote bad sex scenes. I thought they were fine, but... Last time Amazon did a substitution, they replaced Diet Coke with full sugar Pepsi. The gall, the audacity, the gross. Yeah, that's pretty different. The one that always stands out to my mind is like during the end of the holidays, I tried to order eggnog and they replaced it with buttermilk of all things. Like, not even regular milk. Nobody drinks buttermilk. That reminds me of when I was going to work one New Year's Eve and I saw a whole gang of about 15 to 20 people come around the corner all dressed as bananas. That would really catch me off guard. Lee's still gaming. Brandon wants to know what computer Dina has. Unfortunately, if Lee's watching, he's not in the chat. Hi, Eject. I guess it's pronounced like eject. Hi. I'm curious as to what the format of his new show is going to be. Will he still be 2D Lee, or will he be using full film, or will he be using... I assume he'll be using his VR avatar, but I'm fairly sure that's what he's going to be doing. I saw Renfield last night. Fun movie, perhaps a little too absurd for its own good at times. Nicolas Cage as a narcissistic, abusive Dracula was a standout. Oh, right, I still haven't seen that. Is that on, like, is that on a streaming service yet? Sorry, my throat's getting sore. My face at the explanation. Yeah, Mordred the human spider thing. Its mother was called Mia. Ah, that's right. But like she was using Susanna's body. She had like possessed her basically. Man, must still have been a Coke era for King. People have suggested the Crimson King is related to Pennywise. Seeing how his works continually crisscross each other. Something that actually becomes a plot point, it wouldn't surprise me. Hi again, Styx. Back for the third time. Stag Night, the horror movie about subway cannibals with Birkenmeyer. I have no idea what you're talking about. How did this conversation turn into Stephen King writing sex scenes badly and rape, apparently? Eject or eject, either is fine. Okay. The Crimson King is a similar kind of demon to Pennywise. I don't recall anything about a direct relation, though. Yeah, I think they're just similar. Yeah, at least working on a new show. What am I working on? This is the first page of Cybercats, the Cybercats comic, and... oh, where'd it go? I didn't close it, did I? No, there it is. Here's the reference image for the first panel. Mainly, I've really only been coloring the first panel today. Renfield is just there for hot floppy-haired Nick Holt? Hot floppy-haired Nick Holt, okay. He says as such in one of his gameplay vids. He's been uploading a lot of gameplay vids that he intends to use as his show, yeah. In his show, rather. They're both big gits that can turn into spiders. Oh, we're up to the Alien Crush music that... Let's skip all these ones that say they're 5 minutes and 5 seconds, because they are not. What is that? I feel like these are covers or something. Okay, I won't skip all the Alien Crush music. Oh, there we go. There's one that's a little longer. Don't think it's 5 minutes, but we'll see. I'm not sure about streaming for Renfield, but it was nice to see in a cinema. Yeah. I can't afford to go to the theater right now, so we're watching things in other ways. I did see the third Ant-Man movie though. That came onto Disney Plus about last weekend or so. A stag night or stag do is what we call a bachelor party. Yeah, I gathered that. We call a bachelorette party a hen night or a hen do. That's interesting. I've never heard that before. So how do you feel about the announcement for Red Dwarf and the rights being split? I'm not really sure how that's gonna work. I don't really have too much of an opinion yet. We'll just see how it goes, I guess. So I'm getting kind of tired, you guys, so I think I'm gonna wind down here. Here's the whole page, even though I only worked on this today. Really just the buildings, nothing else. I hope this doesn't take me like a month to finish. Like I said, I might work on a little bit of it off camera. Oh. Keep talking until the stream ends, guys. Okay, everybody, thanks for joining me. Hopefully I should be back next week, assuming I don't get another headache or anything like that. Like I mentioned, I'm going to move at some point. I'm not sure how that's going to affect streaming. I may be able to stop stream. I may have to stop streaming for a while, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I still don't understand why it's stags for men but hens for women. I mean, I get the gender reference, but why two different animals? How are Tara and Soul? They're good. They were hanging around earlier. I don't know where they are now. I took my uncut copy of RoboCop to a friend's house after he saw the reference in Guardians 3. I haven't seen Guardians 3 yet, so... Did I say Guardians 3 earlier? I meant to say the third Ant-Man movie. Whatever. And I had a blast because RoboCop. I'm liking how it's going. Hope to see more next week. Yeah, I hope to continue it next week. Any game dens or film dens in the works? Not really. I wanted to do the Hellraiser Judgment at some point, but I haven't gotten around to it. It's hard to do. It's hard to work on game dens and film dens when I'm working full-time and trying to do stuff like this also. Have a lovely weekend and upcoming week too. You too, George. Check next to their food bowls. Yeah, I can see them from here. They're not over there. I finish early next Saturday as well, which was a pleasant surprise. The others are finishing pretty late. Oh, okay. Okay, well... time to wind down for real now. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Like I said, I hope to see you next week. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday and the rest of your weekend.